Welcome to Yoga with Melissa, and it's pretty much yoga for everyone. So, we're going to be working a lot on a very slow yin routine. We're going to hold the poses a little longer. It's pretty much for everyone. There's modifications. You can have a couple blocks. I've got a couple by my side here, or even a pillow if you think you need it. And we're just to start with some body rolls. So here we are, just sitting on a mat in a comfortable, easy pose. If cross leg is too painful, you can have a pillow underneath of you or be sitting on a blanket rolled up, maybe kind of on the edge. So you make it your own. We're going to start with the nice long inhales through the nose, bringing the air all the way to the belly. And exhaling, letting the air out. So this routine is going to have a few twists. That's good to get the toxins out. It's going to be good for our immunity. We're going to have a lot of side stretching and leg stretching, so it's just going to be wonderful. All right, so we're going to come to where we go ahead and it's half butterfly and yin. We're going to extend the right leg, keeping the left leg in. Again, if this is too much and a little towel or something can help that leg, you're welcome to do that. So we'll just start here in our nice little easy pose as we just inhale, bringing the air all the way to the belly. And exhale, we're just going to release it as we're coming forward. We're going to surrender to these. A lot of these poses we're going to be holding for 60 seconds at least. And the twist will probably hold at least 5 breaths. So here we go, not forcing, and maybe it feels good just to stay up if that's what your body's telling you. But if you can fold forward and surrender, you're going to surrender. So we're kind of rounding the upper back here because this is more yin. This is more kind of working on the flexibility, stretching out the muscles. And again, we just close our eyes, surrendering to the breath. And just releasing and relaxing. Not forcing anything, and just noting how we're feeling. Can you feel that breath going all the way in through your nose, through your lungs, to your belly as your belly expands? And nice long exhales. Belly releases back down, air comes back out your nose. We'll take one more breath. And we're going to use the support of our hands wherever we are. And we're going to walk it right back up. All right, so from here I'm going to throw a nice little twist in as we inhale, both of our arms up. And we're going to exhale, left hand comes behind you, right hand comes to that left bent knee, and you're just going to turn halfway. So we're elongating here, chin's nice and level, and we're going to do 5 breaths here. Again, air comes all the way to the belly. Inhaling nice and calm. Exhaling any tension. And let's do 2 more breaths. All right, from here we're going to release that. We're going to go ahead and come back to kind of the right leg. And so the easy pose of this is we could just take our elbow onto that leg and bend it and keep the arm down. So that's one way. Maybe it just stays up. Maybe we can bend a little bit more. We're really trying to get a nice little stretch here in the left side. Or we can inhale that left arm up. It can stay up or it can fall over. So always modifications. Remember, we're going to be holding this for a minute. And if this bothers you too much, again, you can just come up and maybe have more of a support with the elbow like this. Or you can always take a block, have it behind you, have your elbow come down, and then reach. So you don't need the block and you have your flexibility. You can get your elbow down. You can do that as well. So no competition here. Just make it your own. Coming back to one of those poses. Remember, we're going for the nice 60 seconds. And we're taking our time here. And just inhaling and exhaling. Let's do one more breath. Then we're just going to release that right back up wherever we are. And then we're going to turn our body towards that front leg. So again, we're going to inhale up and exhale. We're just going to surrender to that. So here's where you could use a pillow. If a pillow feels good and you want to bring your hands on the pillow, you can do that. You can have your block on your elbows. You have two blocks coming forward. Or you can just hang and make it your own. So again, we're going to go for at least the 60 seconds. Just taking our time here. Again, bringing that back to the breath. We'll do one more breath there. And then we're going to come up slowly from there. So we're going to take that right foot. We're going to come right back into that easy pose, cross leg, if that doesn't bother you. And we're going to throw in some more body rolls right here. And we can close our eyes and kind of just go with it. Going one way. And then we can reverse the roll. So you're going to love this class. It's just very easy. It's very relaxing. And we all need to just kind of loosen up, get the tensions out, get the stress out. All right, so from here, we're going to keep that little right foot in, and we extend that left leg out, just like what we did before. We know we're going to go forward. So we're going to inhale back up, and exhale, hands come down. Maybe that's just where you are. Or you can start to surrender here. Again, bringing the air to the belly. Nice long inhales, nice long exhales. Never forcing, just releasing. All right, let's take one more breath here. And then using our hands to come right back up or right back to where we kind of started as we inhale back up. Exhale, left hand comes to that right knee, right hand comes behind. We come into that little half twist. Chin is nice and level. That back hand, you can be on spidey fingers, you can be flat, you can have a block, doesn't really matter. And just again, surrender to the breath. And take one more breath here. And then we're going to turn back forward. So this is where, again, we know we can have a block behind here if we think we need it. Or we're just going to bring our elbow down onto that leg. Maybe it holds the head here. Maybe we just lean this much. We're going to go for 60 seconds here or around that. Don't time me, anyone. I might be off. Or we're going to go ahead and bring that hand up and reach it over. So again, surrendering, making it your own, trying to keep that chest nice and open. Closing your eyes if that feels good. Knowing that you have your props if you need them. Getting a nice side body stretch. And again, you can have your block for that arm at different heights, whatever you think. take a few more breaths here. All right, from here we're going to come right back up, and then we're going to turn towards the straight leg. So again, here we go, inhaling up and exhaling, surrendering. Again, we can have a pillow here, we could have a block. Doesn't really matter. Just continuing the breath. All right, we'll take one more breath here. Using the hands, coming right back up. We're going to go ahead and bring the feet right out in front of us, about mat distance apart, a little farther as we bring the hands back. And we can open the chest here if we want, but we're just going to sway the legs, and we can always look up, just kind of a little transitional pose. All right, from here, we're going to go ahead and extend that right leg out. We're going to bring the left leg over the right leg, so the left foot is on the mat. We're going to go ahead and inhale up here. Left hand is going to come back behind you. Again, it could be flat on a block or fingers on the fingertips. And you can either grab that knee or you can hook that elbow and turn to the left. So again, we're going to go for a few breaths here, getting a nice twist in. All right, from here we're going to unwind from here. We're going to let that left leg go straight. Again, we know we have our blocks if we need them. As we come into a very relaxing forward fold. So we're inhaling up and exhaling, descending forward. And maybe it's just a little bit, and that's fine. Maybe we start to really surrender. And we can close our eyes here again. We're going to go for at least 60 seconds here. Returning to the nice belly breath. Just slowing the breath down, knowing again you could have a prop, if it helps support yourself, a pillow, a bolster. Your knees can be slightly bent, that's fine. You can even have a blanket or a towel rolled up underneath the knee. If it's too uncomfortable for your tailbone, again, you can roll that blanket and be sitting on the edge of that as well. No worries here, we're just surrendering. Breathing in calm and health, and exhaling any stress or tension or worry or fear. Reconnecting with our body, with our mind, with our breath. And one more nice inhale and exhale. All right, from here we're going to come up slowly from there, and we're going to come into, in yin it's called butterfly, or in regular yoga it's called cobbler. So we're in our nice little butterfly, feet are together. You can have any distance you want. This one is more about just coming forward, and again you can have your props, but I tend to just kind of like to hold on to my feet, inhale up, and exhale, just fold forward. But again, this is yin, so we're surrendering to the pose. It's okay to let the back round. You don't have to hold onto your feet. If you can get your elbows down, that's fine. Again, you've got your props. Just making it your own, or you can be even folding over a pillow, or you can be up. So again, we're going to go for at least a full minute. again, releasing, relaxing, stretching out. All right, and here we're going to come right back up again. We'll move our blocks over to the side as we come into just a nice wide leg. So again, here we go. It's our version of wide leg. We can reset our sitting bones here. We know we have our props, our pillow if we need it, whatever we think we need. As we inhale up and exhale, folding forward here. Again, releasing, relaxing. I'm going to go for a few more nice inhales and exhales. We want to use our hands to walk ourselves back up. If we're using a pillow or a prop, we're going to leave it over to the side as we throw in a couple twists here. We're going to inhale up. Exhale, drop the right hand behind. The left hand comes crossing over. We're elongating and turning to the right here. All right, from here, we're going to go ahead and release that, coming back to neutral here in the middle as we inhale up. And exhale, dropping your left hand, the right hand comes across, and then turning to the left. All right, from here, we're going to release that. We're going to go ahead and float onto our bellies. So I'll come to the side so you can see, maybe I'll go this way, it's a little easier. We're going to come onto our belly. All right, feet are nice and extended. Elbows are right underneath our shoulders. We're going to look here to make sure our hands are in the right position. So if you can grab your arms, you're just going to come right back out, and we're coming into Sphinx. So this is Yen Sphinx. It's a little more milder. We don't really activate the knees up here in Yen. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and inhale. We can up the chin here if this doesn't feel bad. Let the shoulders release down. Just a nice supported back bend. Just again, returning to the breath. Bringing the air all the way to the belly. I always just really activate my hands into the mat. And we'll just hold this for a few more. And then we're going to go ahead and release down. We're going to bring the elbows forward, and then we're going to cross. The hands come elbow to elbow. Forehead is going to come down, and then we're going to take the knees and we're going to separate about the width of the mat, and then we're going to bend those knees and take the right ankle over the left in kind of a reverse frog here, and just releasing, relaxing into the mat. Again, returning to the slow breath. Alright, so we're about halfway through on this pose. We can flip-flop, so if your right ankle is on top, you can make your left ankle on top, or vice versa. It doesn't really matter because both are going to be on top. Okay, so one more breath here. And then we're going to go ahead and let the legs straighten. Feet go back out, hands go underneath. Elbows are nice and in. We're in low cobra as we just push our way up into pose of a child. So we're in tabletop. Feet can be together, knees can be wider, or your knees can be more in a line. It's totally up to you as you descend into your pose of a child. So again, we can have a block here. We can be sitting on one in between and one for our head. Or if our forehead comes down easily, then we'll just surrender that way. We're going to go for a minute here. Again, bringing that air to the belly. And releasing any tension, breathing in calm. Really getting those nice long belly breaths. We'll do one more breath here. And then we're going to go ahead and walk right up. We're going to go ahead and come to our backs. So feet will come out in front of us. We're going to bring ourselves down to our backs. We're going to bring our knees in. We're just going to rock a little from side to side, just massaging that back. We're going to throw in some twisting here. All right, so legs come right back down to the mat. They're going to widen about the width of your mat. So if you can just take your toes and find your mat, you're going to bring your arms out into a T. It can be palms up or palms down as we let both knees fall to the right. All right, so neck can just be neutral here, doesn't have to do anything else. And we can stay just like this as we let that left hip really loosen up, because remember, we're going to hold this longer. Or if this is of no issue for you, you want a little more of a stretch in that left hip, you can take that right ankle, bring it up on top of that left, and then let that right knee come right back down. So it's going to weight it down a little more. And then from there, you can add where you turn your head to the opposite way. But you're going to be fine with whatever you choose. And if you've tried that and that's like, oh, I like it better before, then just come off of where you were with that foot and let that foot come down. So it's not about getting the knees all the way down. It's just about the nice stretch, breathing the air, sending that air to that left hip. Nice and relaxed. From here, if your head is turned, it's going to come back to neutral. You're going to bring the knees back up. We're going to bring them back into the chest, and we're going to rock a little from right to left. All right, from here, feet come right back down to the mat. Remember, they're nice and wide again. Arms come nice out into a T, palms up. And then both knees float over to the left, getting that nice little pull and stretch on that right front hip flexor. And again, if this is enough, you stay here, or you can take that left foot up an ankle and put it on top of the right side of that right knee. And then you have your option to turn your head. So nice, a little stretch here. Again, we're going to go for 30 seconds, or 30 seconds more, I should say, 1 minute total. All right, let's take one more breath here. And then we're going to go ahead and return the head to neutral if it's turned. Bring both knees into the chest, hold on to them, and rock a little from right to left. All right, so we'll do a nice little in-between restorative pose. As we're just going to come into that nice little extended pike here. Feet are up. Arms could be right beside you. Very restorative here. And just return to the breath here. Alright, so this one we won't hold quite as long because we're going to do one more pose before our Savasana. And that's a pose which is either called dead bug or happy baby. So you're going to bend your knees. Your knees are trying to come into or line up with your armpits. Bottom of your feet are trying to face the ceiling. You can hold on to the back of your legs and pull in. You can grab a shin, an ankle on the outside or the inside, doesn't matter. You're just making sure that you're not over pulling or over stretching. So find your comfortable position. We're going to hold this for 60 seconds. Head just stays neutral here. Back to the breath. about 20 more seconds. Okay, so let's take one more breath here. And then we're going to release those legs. We're going to come into our last position, which is just Savasana, which is just legs stretched out, palms up to the sky, everything relaxed, sinking into your mat. Close your eyes. Taking that nice long inhale, bringing that air all the way to the belly, counting to 4 or 5. And then exhaling it out for just as long of a count, if not longer. Continuing that breath again. And again, nice long exhales. And let's take one more nice breath like that in. And exhaling out. Alright, so we're going to bring our knees back into bent knee. As we go ahead and roll to one of our sides, bringing our hands with us. Taking a nice breath here. Now from here, we're going to take that left hand or right, whichever way you're on your side, as you push yourself right back up into your nice little cross-leg position as we end this session in this class of your nice, very relaxing yin class. So here we go with a nice inhale in as we reach up to the sky. Exhaling the hands into prayer, into our heart center as we bow to each other and say namaste. Okay. So thank you for joining me. This was Yoga with Melissa, yoga for everyone, and have a great day.